Alright, well here is my walkthrough of Brapfest 2011. So here's Wisconsin. You should know and recognize it. Here's where I live. Kind of right there. Oh, Springstead, Wisconsin. So if we zoom in on this, we'll see where I spent my weekend. Right here, as Google Maps so eloquently points out, is the Springstead Lake Lodge. And as you'll see by these red lines are everywhere that I drove while the GPS was on. You can see all the red lines kind of congregate around this area. So while Google Maps says Springstead Lake Lodge is right here, in reality it's more right about here. Regardless, you can see that this was the drag strip. This was me kind of exploring the area. This was most likely the racetrack. What else do we see? Across the lake, right where this line is right here, this is the Kawasaki cabin where I spent the weekend. As you can see by this line, go up the road, down this road, and this is Chico's north of the border resort of the Lake Lodge, and we follow North Springstead Road up to 182, and then we follow the trail from there up and around here, following the road. Still following the road. Appears to be railroad tracks. We did a trail ride both Friday and Saturday. We basically did the same trail, and that's why there's two sets of tracks. Oh, here. Lovely place. And I'm going to cut in a video clip of this situation right here. The whole way up to this point, I noticed a little ticking on my drifter as I was driving. So, probably about right here, shut off the GPS, and I picked the track up off the ground and pinned the throttle, and that's when I had a huge chunk of metal come flying off the track. So that was awesome. A little creative prying and jostling, got that chunk out, and we continued on. The scenic drive through here. What's interesting is you can actually see the snowmobile track on Google Maps. It's interesting how you can see the snowmobile trails in the trees here. So this right here is an interesting little spike. When you get into dense trees, sometimes you lose GPS reception, and it suddenly puts you off track, and that's why you see this. So through the trees, right here is where on the second day, and it's funny you can actually see it, I pull my snowmobile off the track, stop here, and then I videotaped this way as people came in. Down through the trees this way, down through here, around here, and then right here is the birches. Sat in, had a Bloody Mary, had a beer, had some good conversations, and you can see there's lots of driving about around here. And at this point, we bust across the lake. Through the trees, down to this lake. These trees, and but down across here you go, and back to the Lake Lodge. Total trip was